How many of you can think back to when it was simple, when just the easy times in life, when it was all about recess and the easy life, and when you came home from school and you just had a snack and got a chance to take a nap? Nowadays, we don't really have time for a nap or snacks, but when we do have time, do you take a nap or do you have a snack? When I have time, I like to make a snack. It brings you back to those days of when I was younger. But not just any snack. The snack that I like to make is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's really the only snack that's worth being called a snack. It's the best snack ever. Today I'd like to take you back to those simple days by telling you the correct way to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. The things you'll need are bread, peanut butter, jelly, and a knife. The bread, make sure it's nice and soft, preferably whole wheat, just because it's better for you and tastes better. When I was younger, I didn't know how good whole wheat was, but now that I'm older, I realize how good it is. First thing you do is take 2 pieces of bread out of the bag and put it on a clean surface. You can put it on your lap, but be careful because it could fall off. I've done that before when I was younger and it fell off. It's kind of fun. Next comes the peanut butter. Skippy is always the best choice. It's easy to spread and it just tastes better. When I was younger, I knew that we were tight on money when we couldn't afford Skippy, so I had to get the cheaper kind that wasn't as easy to spread. Now, no matter what, I always get the better kind. No matter if I have to pick up cans to get the money, I just get the Skippy. Now, open the peanut butter, stick your knife in, and get a good scoop, a good enough scoop for both slices. If you get too much, that's okay. You just wipe it off. You want to spread the peanut butter evenly and smoothly on both slices of the bread. This part might get a little messy just because it's me and I always get stuff messy. The always messiest part is when you put the jelly on, because no matter how hard I try, I always somehow get it on me. When you put the jelly on, you open the jar, and preferably it's strawberry jam or jelly from Knott's. They make the best. This is a fun part because you get to put as much jelly on as you want. I always end up putting too much, and when I close the sandwich, it squeezes out everywhere. It always gets on me. Somehow it always gets on me, I don't know. So you put 2 pieces together and you enjoy a perfectly made peanut butter and jelly sandwich. As you're eating your sandwich, you want to think back to those simple days when it was all about recess. And just enjoy your sandwich and take time. The longer it takes to eat your sandwich, the more you could think about those simple days and enjoy. Now you know the correct way to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, so there's no excuse not to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So I encourage you all to go home and make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
All right, Timothy, you've got the basics here for a fun after dinner kind of speech, something that would be entertaining, but it's like you're at the starting point of the speech instead of at the end point of the speech. This is like a first draft on this, and you need to develop it a little bit. And one of the reasons that it seems so much like a first draft is that you're having to read it and look at your notes. Let's face it, you're telling us a story about your childhood and having a peanut butter sandwich after school and enjoying a snack, and you have to read your notes to remember what it is that you're talking about. That just looks weird. You need to be talking to the audience about this. When you're discussing about why the wheat bread is so much better than the other bread, you shouldn't have to look at your notes to figure out, oh, and wheat's so much healthier for you. Tell us, you know what? When I was a kid, white bread was all I could stand, but the wheat bread is so much better for you, and you know what? It's got a little bit of sweetness in it that adds to the peanut butter taste. And just talk to people instead of trying to go through this, you're thinking too much. This is a speech, and you need to think more, this is an audience that I'm talking to, and I'm talking to them about this subject. Now, this subject, if the subject of the speech is how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, that's just not appropriate for a college audience. I mean, is there anybody in here who can't make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? We've been able to do that since we were 4. So that's not really what you want to do. What you want to do is you want to turn it into a speech to entertain. I want to evoke the memory. I want you to enjoy the experience. I want you to be reminded about what you like. And you need to make those stories a little bit more entertaining. I liked it, for instance, when you talked about the Knott's jam, and you say, Knott's is the best. Well, tell us why you like Knott's, because it's got the big chunks of strawberry in it, and because it comes out the sides. And, even though it's messy and sticky afterwards, the truth of the matter is, it's kind of fun licking the jam off of your fingers as you're finishing up that peanut butter sandwich. And I know that some people like this kind of jelly on it, but I don't understand what the heck is the matter with them. That jelly sucks. Tell a funny story about the time you went to a friend's house and they used a different kind of jam and you looked at them like they were crazy. Or how much you appreciate the smooth Skippy as opposed to the chunky. Or were you a chunky guy, who liked the nuts in the peanut butter? I had this discussion the other day with my daughter. She and I are on the smooth side. My wife is on the chunky side. I don't know what the hell. That's a waste of time. You've got all those peanuts in there. It's just disgusting. It should be smooth when you eat it. I don't want to bite into something that bites me back when I'm eating a peanut butter sandwich. All right.